Hey guys, how you doing? Again, it's Mike, and I'm over here going to build a chicken coop today. Haven't made a video in a long time, and it's been about a year, so I'm going to start putting out more videos for you guys. Anyway, I'm on the property, and I'm been tasked at building a chicken coop. All the kids want it, so it's going to be an 8x8 structure, more of a kind of a shed, but it's going to have a little entry with some planter boxes on either side, and then a door from the inside that leads out to the outside area for the chickens. And inside we'll end up having boxes and a roost and everything you need for a chicken coop. So follow along. I will show some of the techniques I use, and hopefully you can learn something, and hopefully this will be helpful for you if you decide you want to build a chicken coop. So this is my 8x8 platform that I built, and it is on pier blocks and 4x6 girders with also 2x6 on the either side, all pressure treated. And the subfloor is 1.125". And what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be laying out the 2x4s for the walls and framing all 4 walls. And the front wall here will actually have a door, a 30-inch door, and 2 windows. Okay, you can see how I have this wall laid out. This is going to be the door, and then I'll have the 2 windows in between. And I'm going to take those I won't nail those 2 studs in, and the center's over here, or that one, yet. I'll put the wall together, and then I'll figure out my window and just pop it in. And you can see where I make my marks on the top and the bottom plate, right here. And that T is for a trimmer, and a K is for a king stud, which is going to be on either side of the door. And again, and those are just on the ends, which will then nail to these. For this header, I'm only going to put some 2x4s because I really don't want it coming down. The overall height of this is only going to be 7 feet. So I'm not going to put anything solid. I'm not going to worry about it. The room is so tiny, I'm not going to worry about any type of a sag in the doorway. So I'll go ahead and get this wall together, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, you guys, well, that took about 1 hour and 20 minutes to frame. And actually I ran out of 2x4s, so I need to run down to the lumber company and get some more for the double top plate, and then some blocking for the roof when I start framing the roof. And again, I'm going to frame the roof out of redwood 2x6s, because the outside is actually going to end up being redwood, I think 1x8 or 1x10, which was reclaimed from a garage I tore down on the property. So I'm going to go ahead and reuse that for the siding. I'm going to plywood it, Tyvek it, and then throw the redwood on the outside. But I want the rafter tails to match as they age. So anyway, I'll be back, and we'll start up again. Okay, I got a little ahead of myself before filming, but I cut the ceiling rafters, and they're here. And what I'm trying to do is not go a 12 and 12, but pretty close to what the gable is on this house. So anyway, it's going to be a nice steep ridge. I'm not going to go into how I went ahead and how I found the angle and the area for the bird's mouth, but it's pretty simple, being that it is a 8x8 structure. So I'm going to go ahead and nail them up on the outsides first, and then I'll set the ridge in, and then I'll fill in the centers. started putting the plywood on, and I'm nailing it on with 8s, with 8-penny nails. And you can see inside here, it's 7 feet high. Actually, it's 7'6", a little bit under 8. And then I made the ridge pretty steep because I want to keep the same look as, basically, like I said, that house over there. So it's a large property here, and I think it would look better if they were consistent. So gives you an idea on how that looks. And those are redwood. And the reason is I was going to actually put redwood on the outside, but there's a chance I may, before this is done, I may go ahead and put siding on this to match the house. Shows you the windows and the door. And I'm going to put planter boxes on either side with a little pathway right here. And I'm going to cut another door in. I'm going to put another post right there, right about here. And I'm going to bring a door in, swinging door, so it can go right to the chicken coop. So, and those are obviously going to be for the gable vents, which were the redwood gable vents there in the corner. So anyway, I know I didn't explain how to cut the rafters, but I didn't really have a lot of time. So, and this is so small, you can basically put any kind of roof on you want, and yeah, don't have to be too creative. I'm going to go ahead and put some fascias on here and a barge rafter. That's why I left that out about a foot, so give it a little clean, and then I'll put a little design on the end. Okay. Alright guys, and what I did is I measured the distance that I needed, which happens to be 89 inches to here. I marked both sides, placed a straight edge. I used my level, but a straight edge. And I marked it with my utility knife across, which left me this line. And then what you'll do is you'll use a shearing tool if you happen to have one. If you don't have one, then use tin snips or whatever you can actually use to make it work. Double check you're only on the first one. And shear it off. And then just repeat that for every one you have, and just double check that the lengths are correct. And that's how you cut. Okay, this is where I tore the barn down, and that's the material that I'm going to use for the siding on the new shed. There's a big large pile of it, and hopefully I can pull out a good enough amount to use on the siding. So that's the plan, and there's the shed. Hey guys, okay, today I'm going to go ahead and put the Tyvek paper on and wrap it, and also on the top, and then I'm going to go put the metal roofing on. And I'll go ahead and show you how to cut that metal roofing before you install it. And then I'll put the redwood on the structure, on the bottom band, and also wrap all the 2x4s around the corners and on the windows and the doors so I can put the siding, the redwood siding, in between. So just follow along, and hopefully you can learn something from this. All right, I was able to get the roof on, and as you can see, I got the ridge. However, I'm just a little short because the ridge is 10 feet and I'm about, I think, 11 feet, so I need to get a piece of ridge. Got the Tyvek paper on, and the only thing I haven't done is the front here. So I'll do this tomorrow. I'll go ahead and put the last piece of shear in, and then put all the 2x4s, redwood 2x4s on the corners and around the windows and the skirt board, and get this thing trimmed out tomorrow. Hey everybody. So today, you know, it rained last night, so I had to get the roof on, and I ended up getting it on today, luckily, and I got the majority of it Tyvek'd and a lot of other little trim pieces put in, and it's supposed to rain again tonight, and I'm actually near Santa Cruz, California, so got a little bit of rain finally, which is nice. So anyway, I'm going to end this first video, and the second video will be finishing it up with the siding and some of the interior, and then also the run. So go ahead and please subscribe, and if you like the video, let me know, and stay tuned for part 2 of finishing up this chicken coop. Okay, take care. Thanks.